Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Jobless Podcast. And today, no. Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Jobless Podcast. And are you jobless? Maybe you are. So come sit with us and let's get straight into the first episode.
So why don't we start with introducing ourselves? I'm Darlene.
And I'm Dal.
I'm Cassis, and this is Grace. Currently, she's
The minion.
overseas right now. Yeah, and she's the minion.
She's supposed to be here.
But she's in the
Yeah.
UK for now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so how did we even started this podcast?
Chinese lesson? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
We were like Form 6.
because they're originally group 5? Well, you guys...
Group 4.
Group 4 and we were group 2.
Yeah.
So, like, we were never gonna ever have this Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just gonna
Yeah.
peep, you know?
If it weren't for, like, us moving together in the same class. I wasn't expecting us to move, though.
But yes, thank you for Mr. Te or whoever made them come to our group.
Yeah, who made this decision, but...
Thank you.
I think it's Miss Chan. Did we start?
I think we started with like actually just randomly talking in class because
We can't-
honestly we weren't like listening to the class.
Yeah, like we
We
just
were
had
just like
Not a good
we
thing,
had
but...
free time.
It's, yeah.
it was mostly free time.
Yeah.
Because it's our last year.
Yeah.
Last few months, actually.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like what? 3 more months before
Until, like-
school ended.
Yeah, and then like we started just chilling and not really doing anything.
Yeah.
And then we were just like we had made a video before in school, but then it was so we didn't have a mic.
But it was hard because the background of everyone talking, because we
Yeah.
were in a class, is hard.
But then we will go back to that topic again, sometime
Yeah.
soon because it was actually a good one.
We'll get deeper on that next time, probably. So, I don't know. I do get like a few questions on why are we starting this? Do we have a reason?
Honestly, we were just like hanging out one day. I miss talking like this and like making it. I don't know.
Like we have a group chat, like the 4 of us, including this monkey, and like I was just like, cause like it was at the bottom, kind of at the bottom already. our
yeah,
group
it was
chat.
dead.
And I was like, oh, like I have one notification. It was like the 2 of you sending reels and stuff, and then like it was like unopened. So I opened it and I was like, I want to go back to the podcast. And guess what? 2 days later, boss, she was like, guys, what about the podcast? And I was like, finally, someone is talking about it, because I thought I was like the only one, like wanting to have, like,
I didn't
actually
mind.
do it.
But this is like a key to actually meet up.
And not only that, it's just like what's it called? There's no point of making uni friends, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I will connect with them.
Like,
much.
no
And-
offense.
But then, honestly, I feel like the high school friends I've made, I'd rather stick with them and actually make,
Better
than
bond.
make friends. Because
Anyway, so what is our real topic today?
So the topic that we prepared for this specific episode is basically
Drug crime. Why did we think about like drug crime? I think we were talking. Do we actually have this topic before? Like
I mean, we
together.
no, never actually.
not in
But
our
then-
old one.
But then what's it called? I think we just made it kind of because there's no point of talking murder right now. Like, it's
Yeah.
Like if we talk about serial killer, we might get targeted next.
Like, please
And
don't
like-
come for us.
And I think drugs is big in this generation because there's space oil. There's like a lot of things, partying, and you guys are selling drugs. A lot of teenagers are like doing it, so it's just more. It's like I think it's a topic that we can probably relate to the most in true crime because none of us killed someone, right?
No, maybe in my words. Yeah,
Or
but
like none of us like robbed or like anything, right?
nah.
I do. I just my mom's $10. My mom's $10.
But then just
Or-
reminder, it's not targeted to anyone who's actually in that position of drugs or whatever you're
Yeah.
doing.
or like addiction that you're trying to quit kind of thing.
This
We're
is not directed to anyone, guys.
we're
It's
just-
a
we're just talking,
conversation.
honestly.
This is just our first episode, so please spare us. We love you guys.
Alright.
I mean, are you guys connected to anyone that actually does like drugs or space oil or stuff?
I mean, like, this is a past thing. Personally, I have done space oil. It was. I didn't know it was actually space oil or like an actual thing. You know, it wasn't. I didn't know it was actually a drug. I thought it was just like, those like nicotine, like the vape kind of thing, right?
What is
But
space oil?
like the vape.
Yeah.
Are you,
Like the
are you
oil,
allowed to
the oil
confess like that,
thingy?
by the way?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't really.
It's in the past, right?
That's in the past. I already quit.
But it has still space oil. Is that in a pod or something?
It's in a pod, and it was like those. It's a mixture of the liquid and something else in there. And like, what's it called? There's flavors. There's like multiple things. And
Very addictive.
yeah, it's actually very addictive. Like, personally, it was actually introduced by like an ex-friend. Well, yeah, we're not friends anymore. But then, what's it called? They introduced me to it, and I didn't know what it was. It was just vape, and I was just like, oh, let me try it because I'm a curious person, right? So I tried it, and honestly, it wasn't. It doesn't feel it. How do you say? It's like, like when you're doing it, you won't feel like. It feels like your mind is empty, and like in a way where you're just kind of just doing it for for fun in a way, but then you're just doing
It's
it.
just there for
It's
no
like
reason.
something is like letting your hand like just take it in, like do that and stuff like that. It's like
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like the same thing as people who does cigarette, right? It's the same thing. If you do cigarettes, you're gonna feel like your mind is empty. It's just that same kind of feeling. And I thought that it was. I did it for a while, and I think the biggest part there I felt like when you do it for a long time in one short span of period, you're gonna get a little high. Honestly, you're gonna feel like you're dizzy in a way. You're gonna feel like you're out of it. You're not in reality anymore, kind of thing. And it's not at that point. I didn't know it was actually drugs. I just thought it was just vape. But then now that I heard a lot of things from police, like on news, like it was actually a thing in school. It was even like advertised that it was space oil.
Yeah, I
like
see
it
that,
was
I see.
drugs, and they were like say no to drugs kind of thing, right? But then I didn't know it was actually like because I thought it was just the same thing as cigarette. It's just like nicotine kind of thing,
Yeah.
but then it's not.
because they can add things on it. That's the worst part about it.
Yeah, at least cigarette is just nicotine.
Space
like,
oil is drug? Like, it's a drug?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's okay. It's actually very nice to just tell people like you see. There's so many things about space oil, but there's some people actually don't know what that is.
Space oil is the pod. You've
Yeah,
seen
like
it
liquid
before.
one,
Yeah,
yeah.
like-
Yeah, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
You've seen it before, you know.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah, so of course, yeah. But for me, if you're talking about space oil, of course, personally, I know you. I personally know you and I've known a few people, but I'm not gonna mention that, whoever that is, who you know. But then when it comes to drugs wise, family wise, I do know personally someone that actually does drugs. I'm not sure if they quit or like some of them actually like they quit, but then they come back and it's like on and off because it's very hard. But then
Especially
they
it's drugs.
yeah, because for that person that I know, they've been doing it for years at their like teenage days until now because they're really like they're like basically like 40-ish now, still ongoing and crazy because usually when you do drugs that requires a lot of money, like it's very expensive, but for some reason people can still get drugs through connections and you can get them for like good price or like free as well. Like maybe they just let you taste it and stuff like that or like whatever way.
Now that you actually talked about it, I remember that I know some people who actually sell.
Me too. I was gonna talk about that.
I
I was gonna.
like,
bleep
You
the
guys
name out.
know?
Yeah, we know people. Some
Can you say but then we'll bleep it out?
own
because
time.
that's how it is with also like when you vape, you're gonna feel like you're zoning out all the time. That's how like you're not in reality.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's different kind of drugs. Like, I mean, we had like a talk about this in school.
Oh yeah.
Like a person personally like told us about like the stages of how it gets worse and worse as it progresses.
I don't
Yeah.
remember anything.
You may probably weren't listening.
I was like using my iPad.
Crazy. Like, you guys like know ecstasy,
There was like
many things.
ketamine or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
those
that.
things.
Even cough medicine is a thing. But
I mean, but I think it's the craziest thing is at this generation,
there's a lot
it's so normalized.
to
And
just you know.
to be open about like all this conversation or seeing it by your like in real life is crazy at the age that we are in. Like, you tell me I'm 19, you're 17, whatever age you are, you're gonna be open about this. And I think even younger people, you know, they know a lot.
No.
Crazy.
Because back then, like, mental health was like nothing. You know? Like,
Yeah, like-
nothing about mental health.
Mm.
Like, no one even cared about it.
You
And
talk
then-
about it, they could care less.
Yeah, and like I was just like, okay, like it happened to you, it didn't happen to me, type stuff. And then, like after that happened, that's when I really actually told people, you know, like I was like, if you need someone, I'm right here.
Mm.
That's why I keep going up to people and I tell them I love you, you know, like I love you. But I really do that with my friends. I'm like, I love you guys, and then I just want them to know, you know, if you
Very
guys
sweet.
need someone,
We're here.
we're here for you. Our email is open. Our DM is open for you guys. Our comment section is open for you guys. Love you guys.
Yes, your mental health is important.
But that can be another topic.
Very.
Just like
If you need help, please email. I'm joking.
please contact us.
Please
Contact us. We can
Please
help
blink.
Because we you know
you. Yeah.
lived up with it and everything. We know.
And we're still ongoing on our growth as well.
Yeah.
Experience this and that. It's crazy.
It's not the end. Of course, we have our highs and lows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I always wondered this because I don't know, maybe I was too late to open my eyes to things as well. But then I never expected, like, some people that you never expect to do things,
Mhm.
like let's say vape or like cigs. Damn, you suddenly they come up to you and they tell you that. It's crazy. It's crazy, by the way. Because like, you like, let's just say like the most, you guys probably know some people who look so innocent that they wouldn't do it, and then you realize they do it. I'm just like, damn. So I was just never open to this area, and a lot of them do it.
Well, that's a big thing, honestly.
But
You know,
then-
drugs. But then honestly, I feel like it's not just common to our generation, but also older generations.
Right.
Because like you know how they go like lang kwai phone, right? They go partying and everything. You think they're not gonna try to do things? They're gonna like sell off.
Shisha as well.
things.
Yeah, those things.
Yeah, shisha is probably there's drugs in there for sure. Cause again, personally tried it and all of this this is like on the past and I've quit already.
Clean for
Wait,
one.
Sisha, is it like the
Big
one-
tank.
Oh, the big tank.
Yeah, and then you just I
Yeah.
personally tried all of them and I already quit for like a year already. So 1 year clean.
Ooh, you guys can do it too, but if you're
If,
still
you
figuring
know.
out, it's okay.
It's okay to be curious, but of course try your best not to, stay addicted. It's not gonna be a good thing for you in the future. But anyways, the shisha thing, I'm pretty sure it's like, what's it called? I feel like there is some drug in there because when you're doing it for like if you inhale a lot, right, and like you exhale, you're gonna feel a little high. Honestly, like when I did it before, I tried it, right. At first, I thought it was just like like kind of vape kind of thing, right? But it's way stronger than vape or like cigarettes.
Yes.
Those are
What's
it's
the
way
difference anyway? They look like vape, but just a bigger version at my like when I first saw it.
It is a bigger version. It's more, but then it's like, how do you say it? You know how like vape is like a small thing,
Yeah,
right? There's
yeah.
a liquid and everything. It's the same thing for shisha. There's a big thing, and on the top, it's something to burn the I don't know to make it like
Probably something
something
different.
vapor, it's like the
yeah,
smoke,
big,
yeah.
and then afterwards when you
Like,
inhale
so
it,
big.
yeah, when you inhale it and you try it, if you do it for a long time, you're gonna pass out. Same with vape. If you do it for a long time in a short time of period, you're gonna pass out and actually faint because it's still vape. It's still a drug. You're gonna, even if when you drink it, if you drink a lot in a short time of period, you're gonna pass out. You're gonna black out. It's the same thing with shisha, and that one you just need like two, like let's say if your tolerance is high, then like three long puffs, like hard puffs, you're gonna get high already. You're gonna feel like you're out of the world, and you're gonna feel like
You do feel like that, like, what is it, adrenaline?
a bit. You honestly, you're just like you wanna try to keep getting more kind of thing, like to
That's like-
see your body limit, and if you get over, you're gonna goodbye kind of thing, and from experience, it's not it's you could say it's fun for a bit, if you're curious really, you're gonna think that it's gonna be fun for a bit, but if you continue on and be addicted to it, just say goodbye to your life for a long time, honestly, because it's like taking drugs all the time. It's like killing your body one by one, overdosing.
Slowly.
Yeah.
I mean, the people use this to cope as well, but guys, the consequence of doing this is bigger, because I've seen her with her. She uses, like, it's not like, it's a coping way, right? There's so many problems anyway, but then after that, it doubles up your mental problem. It doubles
does.
up your mental problem, your physical health. And even right now, you probably notice yourself, you're still adjusting to your normal body, because it's been just a year, and the amount that you probably intake as well.
Yeah, and not only that, it's gonna be like you're gonna feel. Another symptom is when you do it for a while, you're gonna have some memory loss. Honestly.
Anyway, how about, wait, we're talking about close related. How about like hearing from outside, like let's say celebrities or something? That's a lot.
Honestly. That's a big.
There she
topic.
goes.
That's a big topic, bro.
She needed-
That's her
needed-
drink. Yeah.
Anyway,
No, like we talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about this.
This one specific guy. I think you all know him. He's
Mhm.
like a very famous actor. He plays in what?
Friends. Matthew
Friends.
Perry.
Yeah,
Mm.
Matthew Perry.
The one who played Chandler.
did you guys watch it?
I watched it.
I know, I've seen her watch. I've seen like a few clips.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, guys, I don't
From
really
Mr.
watch.
Khan.
Mr. Khan.
Yeah. Oh no, that was The Office. And also, this is very controversial, but
Diddy.
Oh.
who said what?
Yeah.
Diddy.
Who?
No,
Grace, why you
that
saying
doesn't
that?
that mean, no, what is it in Nepali again? Didi?
Isn't it like Big Sister?
Yeah, Didi.
Yeah, Big
That's-
Sister.
That's Didi. But this is Diddy. Diddy.
Anyway.
James is talking inside. So Matthew Perry,
What?
I like what people used to assume was that he was like in a suicide case, but then the doctor,
His personal doctor. I think.
yeah, I think it's like right,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
his very personal doctor.
Get so scared with personal doctors.
He confessed to drugging Matthew Perry. You guys know this, but the more you know.
How about Michael Jackson? Is it the same kind of case?
No, I think
That one
I think that one is actually like they
that
just
one
say
is-
that it was drug.
we never really know.
overdose.
But then, guys, please, if you're like, have a personal doctor, please be careful.
Yeah.
Please be careful, guys, because you never know what they give you.
Yeah,
Mm.
someone might pay your doctor to
Kill you.
Yeah, but what cost though? Like, I think if you're only famous, maybe.
That's not big deal.
famous or like rich.
Oh, rich and famous.
Or like you have a lot of enemies, kind of thing.
Yeah, and try not to even bother.
If you guys
to
are
go.
mafia, can you please tell me?
Oh. Got that.
Not that she lives in an area where I get so scared with the stair thingy. Like
What
that
if I'm
is,
a mafia.
huh?
What if she's the
I'm
mafia?
a mafia.
I'm
I
a
have a gun right
mafia.
there, pink gun. It's a
Black
water
pink.
gun.
Alright, that was a good.
Like so many of them, like I think it was like 2 years ago. Jenny was like also caught vaping indoors.
Oh yeah, she was getting her makeup done. Was that
Yeah,
one?
she was getting her makeup
That's not a
done,
vlog.
Oh.
and then we don't really know what she was holding, but then like there was like a puff of smoke coming out of her mouth. So
That has to be big.
yeah, and then Jungkook did it openly. He did it openly in public, cause like you know like the Sesan fans, they were like chasing him around. So he was.
If you go on Twitter, you can see like the more like the what not
the
the bad
most
side.
controversial.
Yeah, you can see it like
ever.
actually. Even like I saw the one from Jungkook as well. Like I thought at first I was like seeing things maybe it's just edited or something, but I was like, oh okay. Well, who else? I mean, I think we never know what goes behind celebrities.
Yeah, like
You never
It's the
know.
same thing with humans. We never know what goes behind everything.
Right,
Yeah.
same thing with the recent One Direction person, like that one.
Liam.
Yeah,
Ah.
he died, right?
Yeah,
Because
he
they said
passed away.
drug overdose again.
No.
They said something with that.
There was a lot of things.
You never know. They said something with that.
There's like another theory that's connected with Diddy.
Yeah.
Everyone connects it with him, but I'm not sure at
but I
all.
don't know.
Cause just before that, like the entire hotel was filled with the Grammy nominees, like all the celebrities were in the Grammys. And then the last two competitors was Beyonce and Harry Styles.
It looks so weird. It looks so like
Yeah, then the clone Diddy looks like Chinese guy. No offense. He doesn't look black. Maybe he just like has like nose.
not very him gets like just yeah. We can't talk about a president. We're gonna get killed. He has a hitman, by the way.
Oh.
Okay, cut that.
No.
Cut that. Cut that.
No, I'm gonna cut this later. The what has the president does drugs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Like
Go for
the
it.
old the so. How do I even begin with this?
Good.
It's okay. We don't really care about the camera right now. It's
It's like, okay, this is like the old president, Duterte, basically. He doesn't like drugs, okay? He doesn't like drugs, and he was a president, I think, for a few years, and it just recently changed. The thing about him is he implements Hong Kong rules to the Philippines, because he likes Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is mom as well, right? Outside that. But then, the thing is, it's not legal in the Philippines to death penalty someone. You know what death penalty is, right? Like the moment you do something wrong, God, killed. He does that. And then they'll never be seen again. Many of them went missing because of drugs. I understand that he wanted to like change them, but then the moment they're doing drugs, come on, why don't you put them on rehabilitation? You know, he kills them. He tells his hitman to kill them and everything. That's the part that's crazy. But then he has a daughter, and his daughter is like the vice president, and she's a vice president. And then the president now is his father was the president in the Philippines, and it was so good back in the days because his dad is crazy strict. And you know martial law? You know what martial law is? Military. The military takes over that, not the president. That was how it was back then too. But then his dad was really good, but his dad passed away because that's like 1960. I don't even remember, but I wasn't even born. But his son is okay, but he doesn't have that power as a president. Like he doesn't make his own decision a lot. He's so weak. Like he doesn't do much, and the Philippines just sucks even more. And the worst part there is Duterte's daughter, the one who implements Hong Kong rules. His daughter apparently, allegedly, stole a lot of money, like around like 40 million, and also in debt with. Like basically, because that's how Philippines is. They're like getting money from Hong Kong and like China apparently. But then another thing that's crazy is because this is all like political stuff. Near my house, there's this like this is my house, like it's a subdivision because that's how it is, right? There's this big factory. It looks so sus. It looks so pretty. It looks like what would it? You know Kai Tak? Have you ever been to like Kai Tak? You know how it's so nice, like a little open, a bit, right? That's how it looks like. But then you see, there's so many people working there. I thought it was like wow, you can go like there's a restaurant there, there's a bar. But if you go inside, it's all prostitution, drugs, and the lady that's taking care of that is the mayor of my area. And she claims herself as Filipino, but if you look at her blood and everything, like everything about her, she's from mainland. We're in Hong Kong? Like she's from no, you mean the lady where she is right now? No, like the place. No, the Philippines. She calls herself Filipino and she speaks Tagalog in the worst way. And her family, they're Chinese. Like everything about her is Chinese. But she went there in the Philippines with her education as a kid in the Philippines, and then she studied, and then she led my area. But her purpose to lead the area was for that prostitution and drugs. So she does all this thing. But then the person behind that is Duterte as well, like the old president, basically. But apparently he's what is it?
a bit crazy. But then it's just like, how do I say, like these kind of things led by a political thing is crazy. Because you expect them to keep you guys safe, you know, and the country and everything safe. But then knowing that they're actually gonna be the one producing all this shit is kind of like fucked up, really. And like, it's near my house. So every time I pass by, you can just see like there's so many girls like half naked at this point. Like drugs, and there's always containers. Don't you guys feel like you know the one near Meifu? The container there?
Oh yeah, like you know
The one, you know?
Chingy containers.
Chingy
kinda thing.
containers. Let me see some.
Who robbed? $10. Bro, I got beat up for that shit, you know, in primary.
Why do
It's
you
like-
even need $10?
Cause no,
For
back
food?
then, you know the McDonald's cone ice cream? It was like $4.
Ah.
So like I had this one friend, she was like with me until primary.
Mm.
And then like she would bring $10 and then the next day I would bring $10. Cause we were ice cream addicts. And like, do you know the school lunch? Like the school lunch box back in primary, like the Chinese food, like
Oh.
they give you a form and then you like circle.
Yeah, the A, B's.
I love that. So I was like, oh my god, you know. So I paid the money.
Mm.
I got the money back, so I have to bring it back home.
Mm.
And it was like like $100 and something, $30. And then from that I took $10. And then my mom, like, she just came out of the shower. I had the $10 in my pocket.
Oh, you stole it that right moment there.
Yeah. And then no, I even went out. I bought the ice cream and I came back home. And then
Wait, no.
and then no, like we had night pray at church. So I had to go with my mom. So she was like, "Oh, where's the lunch money?" Like I was like, "Oh, it's on your in your wardrobe." She's like, "Okay." I didn't expect her to count it. Took it out. She took out her calculator and she's like, "Okay, where's the $10?" I don't know. She's like, "Where's the $10?" I don't know. Like that. This like they only gave me this much. And she's like, "Don't lie to me, bro." And I was like, "Yeah, I ate ice cream." The one we had in the past is like a bit thicker one.
Mm.
I got eaten up like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Guess where? On my thighs. And I had this big bruise I went to church with. And everybody kept asking me. I was like, "No, I just fell at the park." But I was too embarrassed to tell them I stole $10. Grace, you didn't even say anything. Grace didn't even say anything.
Grace's strap is falling, guys.
Oh, sexy.
So, is there anything else to say, honestly, from this case?
No, not really.
Not really.
Kind of
I think it's because it's like our first episode, so like
cautious and everything.
you know, like kind of takes time to get
Yeah.
used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like,
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like that's we talked about it for a long time already. I think it's time to end up this, like, wrap up this.
Yeah, we gotta wrap
Episode.
up now, guys.
So,
Well, look forward on the next episode.
which will be coming in 2 weeks.
Yes, because we're pretty busy.
Just to let you guys know, we're gonna be updating or posting every 2 weeks. So
On Sundays.
yeah, on Sundays. That means we're gonna be posting 2 times each month. Cause
Oh, we are the Drop
We-
This Podcast.
We are pretty booked though.
We are the Drop That Podcast, but we are still uni students.
We are pretty booked, guys.
yeah, but we're still jobless. Like university does not count as a job, cause it doesn't earn us money.
And I'm not sure if it's like proven for everything that we've been saying. So mind you guys, don't hate.
Hey, yeah, guys, if you think we should, you know, correct how we say our stuff, then if you think we can improve better, you can leave it down in the comment. We'll definitely read them, and we'll get back to you.
But then,
Next 2 weeks.
But then, yeah, get ready for the next episode. Because we will be talking about missing people and kidnappings.
Ooh, I like that topic though.
It's a big topic, and honestly,
It's really interesting to,
Yeah.
you know, like.
yeah. So let's wrap up this episode and see you guys in the next 2 weeks.
Enjoy.
Bye.